Busting some beauty myths is makeup artist Bahar Niramwalla. Welcome to the show, darling. Good to have you here. You've got some really good ones in here. We're going to play a game of true or false with the audience. You guys have your paddles? You ready to go? Yes, we got a good crowd today. Let's see how smart we are when it comes to the beauty myths. Rinsing your hair with beer will make it thicker. Oh, I feel true. What do you guys think? No. Beer, hair. That doesn't even sound like a nice combination. Is it true or false?
Totally false. This is false.
Okay.
And the reason it is false, I'm going to tell you why it's false, is because the whole process to go through this, no one would ever actually do. If you were to crack open a can of beer, pour it all over your hair, let the water evaporate, which could take 6, 7, 8, 9 hours.
Wow, okay.
The residue of the hops and barley might actually coat the hair to create volume.
Okay.
But then you're left with your hair smelling like a brewery.
Right. You smell like you've just had a few cocktails and then had it out. Yeah.
Exactly. So you probably want to...
nice cocktails. Beer.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So you'd probably want to put conditioner and styling product to get that smell out. Then you're going to weigh the hair down.
And it's not going to be...
Defeated the purpose of volumization.
Your hair is beautiful. What do you do? What's your trick?
Thank you. Actually, I use olive oil.
Olive oil?
That's my trick, absolutely.
Okay.
I have a lot of thick hair, so I'm...
And it keeps it rich and luscious.
But I use olive oil.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
The next one, guys, you ready? Toothpaste helps shrink and zap pimples. True or false? I'm going to say true. Doing this for years.
So, it's true.
It is true.
But it's also false.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. So there is an ingredient in most toothpaste, the opaque toothpaste as well, menthol. And menthol will dry out the oil associated with a pimple.
Okay.
However, there's a whole bunch of other ingredients in toothpaste, like surfactants, and that's the stuff that gets foamy on your hair or on your mouth, like that ingredient.
Yes.
And that's actually going to irritate an already irritated area, because pimples are bacteria and oil together.
Inflammation.
That's exactly it. So if you put something irritating on top of it, it's just going to get angrier. It might develop a couple more around it.
Nice.
So use something instead, exactly, really nice. So instead, why not use something that has benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, things that are specifically targeted for pimples, because they'll deal with not only the oil, but the bacteria.
Okay, that toothpaste one's been around for years, so you just said no. Okay, if you use wax to remove body hair, fewer hairs will grow back. True, because you keep pulling out the follicle. How am I doing so far? Not very well. Not so, okay, 50-50. Okay.
This is true.
That is true. Okay.
This is true.
And why is that true?
It is true, but you really don't want to do this, so I'm going to tell you why. So like you mentioned, you are ripping hair out of a follicle. And that is causing damage to that follicle right then and there.
Okay.
However, the human body is very resilient, and it is able to repair damage to it, correct? So if you were to continuously rip that single hair out of that follicle over and over again, potentially you could traumatize the follicle enough that it doesn't grow hair. But that's going to take a really long time, 15, 20 years. So if you're looking to wax to reduce hair growth, you're not going to be satisfied.
So what should we do?
Use laser hair removal, electrolysis, if your aim is to actually reduce hair growth.
Got it.
If you like the idea of a smoother leg or wherever you're waxing versus shaving, then definitely waxing's the way to go.
Waxing lasts a little longer.
Yes.
Right, okay. All right, next one. Hemorrhoid, this is an interesting one. Hemorrhoid creams, such as Preparation H, deflate puffy eyes. I'm going to say they do.
Oh my goodness.
I've actually done it.
Oh my God, shame on you.
Yes, I did it. I actually did it. I have it.
So you're right. This is totally true. But shame on you, because I'm saying true. But why on earth would you do this to yourself?
Because I was so puffy and I had a...
No. So, okay, here's a spiel on this.
It worked. It tightened them up, but my gosh, they were tight all day.
That's right. Right. That's something to take into consideration.
Yeah, my eyes roll back in my head. It was like,
It's that tight. So hemorrhoid creams are extremely drying. You never want to put something extremely dry to an area that actually doesn't have any oil glands. It can't produce any oil for itself. But there's also something called vasoconstrictors in hemorrhoid creams. And that, from Latin...
That's what's happening.
Exactly. It constricts vessels and veins.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do. But you never want to put hemorrhoid cream near your eye, because if it gets in your eye...
Oh gosh, I never thought of that.
Think about it. Exactly. So you could do real serious damage. Yeah, seriously, think about it. That's something to think about.
And also, I guess that area is so delicate. Maybe you don't want to just do that over and over and over again.
Exactly. That's something you really want to put. Use like really cold or almost frozen cucumber slices, but use them in a half moon shape. So you have to have contact with that puffy area. It has to sit against the skin. Also, an ice cube and paper towel, because you might not know if the puffiness is inflammation or it's dehydration, and an ice cube will take care of dealing with both. Okay, so that's a much better idea than using the Preparation H. It's called hemorrhoid cream for a reason. It's meant to be used for hemorrhoids, not for your beautiful face. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.